Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Notification Podcast, your go to source for this week's new book releases. Today, we're looking at the week from March 9th to the 15th. There are over 450 new books releasing this week, but there is no way we can cover them all. Visit booknotification.com to explore the full list of this week's new books. You can also follow your favorite authors so you'll be the first to know when their next book is available. As always, we have 10 books to highlight with a little something for everybody. Let's get into it. Judge Stone is a new novel from Academy Award-winning actress Viola Davis and best-selling author James Patterson. In the small town of Union Springs, Alabama, Judge Mary Stone balances her duties between presiding over her courtroom and managing her family farm. When a highly controversial case comes before her, the legal facts appear straightforward, but the moral implications divide the community. As public pressure mounts and opinions clash, Judge Stone must weigh the consequences of her decision, knowing that whatever ruling she delivers will have lasting effects on the town she serves. Find Judge Stone on March 9th. The Bolelyn Curse is an enchanting historical novel by Alexandra Walsh. In the court of Henry VIII, Elizabeth Bolelyn becomes entangled in the political and personal dangers of royal attention and records events that could expose the king's actions. Centuries later, archivist Tabitha Mundy discovers clues at Sarnthorpe Abbey that suggest a hidden manuscript connected to Elizabeth Bolelyn and possibly a lost work tied to the Canterbury Tales. As Tabitha investigates with the help of the Abbey's residents, parallels emerge between the two women's lives. The search for the manuscript reveals long-buried secrets that link the Tudor court to the present day. The Bolelyn Court will be available on March 15th. Strange Girls is the U.S. debut of award-winning author Sarvat Hasin. A decade after a falling out ended their friendship, Ava and Aaliyah are forced back into contact during a mutual friend's bachelorette trip in London. While Aaliyah has achieved success with a book deal, Ava feels her life has remained unchanged since their separation. Reuniting brings unresolved questions about their past at a historic university, where their close collaboration as writers once shaped both their creative work and their personal bond. As they revisit their shared history, the two must confront what their relationship meant and how their lives diverged after college. Check out Strange Girls on March 10th. The German Spy is a new historical mystery from Aaron Ben-Shahar. In 1930, German agronomist Gustav Bohr arrives in Palestine to work with the Association of Templar Colonies, presenting himself as a specialist helping develop agricultural settlements. Beneath this role, he carries a political mission tied to Germany's efforts to regain influence after World War I. While operating under the oversight of the British administration in Mandatory Palestine, Gustav becomes connected to Deborah Schindler, a British aristocrat living with her Jewish husband among the region's elite social circles. As professional cooperation evolves into a secret affair, personal loyalties and political ambitions collide in a volatile environment shaped by competing national interests. Find The German Spy on March 12th. The Staircase is the first book in the Fane and Blackwood Mysteries by AG Barnett. Nell, a sharp-minded 19-year-old expected to follow the conventions of society, becomes suspicious when a family she has long known begins to unravel after a death that seems inconsistent with the facts. Observing small but troubling details, she turns to Roderick Fane, a once renowned detective who has withdrawn from public life after the war. Living in isolation in his deteriorating North Oxford home, Roderick initially resists involvement. However, Nell's determination and observations draw him into the investigation, acting as his presence in the outside world while he provides analytical insight. The two form an unconventional partnership as they attempt to uncover the truth behind the family's hidden tensions and the circumstances surrounding the tragedy. The Staircase will be released on March 14th. Nevermore is the first book in the Echo series by Chase Kilgore. Elysium City, known as the City of Monsters, is a battleground where powerful villains and celebrity superheroes regularly clash. Ryan, a minor villain who has always avoided the city, is drawn there by recurring visions of a coming apocalypse. Once in Elysium, he becomes entangled in a conflict involving a criminal syndicate targeting rookie superheroes from Pelion Academy. As he investigates the murders and the origins of his visions, Ryan discovers a connection between his future and one of the young heroes, forcing him to confront whether he can prevent the disaster he has foreseen. Nevermore hit shelves on March 13th. The Vanished Girl is a missing child thriller from Kathleen McGurl. The memories of that summer won't stay buried forever. 1976. It's a long, hot summer, and all Jo Solway wants is to bask in the freedom of the holidays with her lifelong friends. But when little Pippa Jenkins suddenly vanishes without a trace, the friends must close ranks to protect themselves, and in doing so, change the course of their futures forever. 2024. Haunted by the events of 50 years ago, Jo has never returned to her childhood home of Harriton Wick. But in the aftermath of trauma and with her only respite found at the bottom of a bottle, Jo knows that the only way to start afresh is to unravel the secrets of her past. But when the tangled web of Pippa's disappearance starts to lead closer to home, who will Jo be able to trust, and who will she betray? Find the Vanished Girl on March 12th. You Should Have Been Nicer to My Mom is a gothic horror novel from Vincent Tirado. After the death of wealthy family patriarch Papi Ramon Abreu, his will delivers a disturbing warning. One member of the family is El Baca, a demon bound by a pact he once made, and must be exposed or the family will face ruin. When a storm traps the extended Abreu family together in their estate, tensions escalate as long-buried scandals and rivalries surface. As accusations turn violent and a murder occurs, Ramon's favorite but least trusted relative must determine whether the threat is supernatural or rooted in the family's own secrets before the night claims another victim. You Should Have Been Nicer to My Mom will be available on March 10th. Murder in a Cornish Teashop is the first in the Maddie Penrose Mysteries series by Fliss Chester. While staying with her grandmother, Nor, at a Cornish farm and helping in the family tea shop, Maddie Penrose's quiet holiday is disrupted when a neighbor discovers a body in a nearby field. Curious and eager to solve the mystery, Maddie begins investigating the victim's connections among the local community, including a missing boyfriend, a suspicious tenant renting one of Nor's barns, and other nearby residents. When another murder occurs and new evidence emerges, Maddie realizes the killings may be connected, and that the person responsible could soon target her as well. Find Murder in a Cornish Tea Shop on March 11th. Finally, we have Queso, Just in Time, by Ernesto Cisneros. A funny and heartfelt time travel tale about family, grief, and love that stretches across the years. Queso has struggled with grief since his father's death. One night he wishes he could spend time with his dad again, only to wake up in 1985 alongside 12-year-old Pancho, the boy who will one day become his father. As Queso spends time with Pancho, he sees a confident but uncertain kid who doubts his own potential. Through their unexpected friendship, Queso hopes to encourage Pancho to believe in himself and pursue the future he once thought was out of reach. Queso, Just in Time, will be released on March 10th. That's our 10 books for this week. Until next time, you can check out booknotification.com. Book Notification offers an easy way to track your reading list, follow your favorite authors, and never miss a new release. Our website is completely free to use, and it's packed with features to make your reading life easier. You can follow your favorite authors and get notified whenever they release new books. We send out an email every Tuesday with a list of fresh releases from the authors you love, but that's not all. You can track your reading progress, mark books as read, rate and review them, and even import your data from Goodreads, Calibre, Libby, and more. Want to discover something new? Check out Reader's Roulette for book recommendations, or use our personalized book release calendar to stay up to date with the latest titles. You can even tag books with custom labels, just like on Goodreads shelves, and get tailored recommendations for what to read next based on your current book. Whether you're looking for books in publication or want to see them listed in chronological order, we've got it covered. Plus, all of our authors are audited by real people, so you know the information is accurate. So why not give it a try and join the thousands of readers already using our site to stay on top of their reading game. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week with another 10 books.